Hello and welcome back. This is Christopher Aaron. This is the iGold Advisor channel. It is July 3rd, 2024, and we are going to have a silver breakout update. Let's see exactly how silver looks on the charts and when the next surge should begin. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified when these free videos come out. If you have 1 second to give it a thumbs up, I would very much appreciate that. It really helps a lot. Last, I just want to make sure you know we have a free Twitter or X channel. Some weeks I don't have a chance to post here on YouTube, but I almost always post a quicker update on Twitter or X at iGlobalGold. Make sure to follow that. Okay, our legal disclaimer. And let's take a look at silver here. So, the key level that we're watching is this $30 level. You can see how back in 2020, when silver got up to this level, that represented a significant peak. You can see again in early 2021 right here, this level, it overshot by just a few cents, but really this acted as resistance once again at 30. And notice that just a few months ago, 30 also acted as a short-term pivot point when silver corrected there. So the $30 level is the key. And notice that we're only 37 cents below 30 once again. So let's zoom it in here on this yellow shaded area and take a look at how the battle for 30 is playing out. Okay, there's the battle for 30. Now here you can see it's just a little bit of a zone. Sometimes these resistance levels are not one specific price level, but sometimes it's a bit of a zone. So here we're really looking at resistance, let's call it between $29.75 right up smack through 30. So you can see the resistance zone there. Now the other interesting thing about what's happening with silver here is notice the downward trend that silver has been in since this recent peak here back in May at $32.50. So notice the series of four. There have already been 4 attempts, 1, 2, 3, 4, to break higher from this trend. I will tell you what, guys, based on my study of these markets across many time frames, but with a specific focus on silver, I will tell you that 4 attempts is typically enough. So we've already had 4 attempts, and the 5th attempt is going to be setting up here within the next couple of days. And I think that the 5th attempt is going to be successful. Based on my study of these markets, a market typically doesn't need more than 5 attempts to break higher. So if we look at where this actual trend is going to be coming into place, notice that this trend is going to be meeting precisely with the $30 level here late this week, very early next week. Now, this is a holiday week. We've had Canada Day up in Canada, and we have Independence Day, the 4th of July, here in the United States tomorrow. And people are kind of conditioned to think that silver can't have a significant move on a holiday week like this. I have to tell you, when we look back at 2016, we look back at 2019, we look back at 2020, silver has had really significant trend-defining moves this specific holiday week a number of these years in the recent cycle. So when we come back to the chart here and talk about where this resistance is right now and where it's going to be meeting here, by Friday of this week into Monday and Tuesday of next week, this downward trend is going to match precisely with the $30 level here. And what that means is that this resistance is going to take on even more significance. When you have 2 completely separately derived resistance levels, remember this 30 goes all the way back to the year 2020 when that acted as resistance. 30 now in this downward trend is it's a separately derived resistance. When you have 2 coming in together at the same level, when a market breaks that, it's going to represent even stronger of a breakout when the market is finally successful. So what I anticipate happening here is a little bit more, getting right up to this this confluence here, the $30 resistance here within the next, let's call it 3 to 5 days. We might have just a 1 or 2 day back off. And then what I'm looking for is an impulsive break. An impulsive break of this $30 resistance level. What do I mean by that? I mean, not just a day where the market, let's say, goes from $29.75 to $30.05. You know, not just a measly 5 or 10 cent break of this resistance level. I'm looking at something where, let's say, the market is trading at $29.75, and then in one day it's trading up at $30.75. A dollar surge in one day, or maybe even $1.25 surge, you know, where it's trading from $29.75 up to $31 the very next day. This is what we would call an impulsive break. And that's what's going to show us that this downward trend and the $30 level has broken legitimately. And I have to tell you, when we get that impulsive break, I think this market is really going to begin to take off to the upside once again. I think the next move that's coming is going to represent moves similar to the type of price action that we saw here, March, April, and beginning part of May. I think this is going to be a rapid surge, and we'll talk later about how high this surge is going to go. But it certainly is going to take out this recent peak right up here, and then I think it's going to be moving a lot higher. So we're watching the $30 level. Remember, this is the level that we want to see silver have an impulsive break above. Not just a little measly 5 or 10 cent break above, but an impulsive break above. And that is going to tell us when the next move has begun. If you would like to receive these updates, not once every several weeks, but actually receive a flash update right to your inbox the moment that silver has that impulsive breakout, so that you can make sure you are prepared, you should check out our service called Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. You receive updates, as I said, not just once every several weeks, but every single week, and then oftentimes flash updates during the middle of the week when a critical trend has been broken, either higher, as I expect, or sometimes lower. And so Precious Metals Intelligence Plus, this includes analysis on physical silver, not only that, physical gold, the mining sector. We cover the U.S. stock market, the currency markets, Bitcoin, and the last thing to remember is you receive the exact moment that we make buy or sell decisions here, whether it's in physical silver, whether it's in the leveraged mining sector, or any of the other trades that we're making. You receive the flash update the moment that we make those trades. So you should check out Precious Metals Intelligence if you would like to follow along with our exact moves here in this upcoming wave in the silver market. There is going to be a new silver mining change coming in our portfolio here over the coming weeks, just so you know. Last but not least, if you are a higher net worth investor, you have to understand the power of private placements. In Elite Private Placements, our service for higher net worth investors, we invest in the same types of mining companies that we invest here in PMI Plus. However, in the Elite Private Placement service, we get even higher upside, even more upside, because the companies give us free warrants. Yes, free, in addition to every investment that we make. That gets us nearly twice as much upside when our investments succeed. And I want to let you know, our next silver private placement should be announced within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So make sure to get signed up for Elite Private Placements if you want to join us in what could honestly be the last silver private placement before this move happens on the way up. If you would like to speak to me one-on-one, You can book a consultation on the website. Just know that I do not take any fees or kickbacks from any of the companies that we feature either in Elite Private Placements or Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. No way. I am 100% dedicated to helping individual investors, again, from an independent perspective, where I don't take any kickbacks whatsoever from anyone in this industry. I am 100% dedicated to assisting investors to navigate these markets. You can book a consultation on the website. So we are looking at the $30 level as our next trigger level for silver. Remember, it is a dual resistance level, and the signal that is going to tell us that the move is for real is when silver makes an impulsive break in 1 or 2 days above that dual resistance level. Get ready for it.